This is a realistic natty physique. Let's do a tier list on it. We'll do the physique check of his muscle groups, ranking them from S to D. The shoulders, they're capped, but they're not necessarily crazy separated. We'll call them B tier. As we look at it from the side, they definitely do have good roundness in the rear delt, in the front delt. They're a little bit shorter insert. Looking at the chest, medium insert, good amount of roundness overall. It has good shape. We're still going to call that B tier. Looking at the abdominals and the obliques, he's got a lot of thickness, and if he got very lean, this could look pretty gnarly. I'm going to say that he has the ability to have A tier, and he needs to get lean to really have those deep cut. The bicep, the tricep, we just don't quite have the mass, and this is what the average natty genetics will generally give people. This is B tier, bicep, tricep, and form. And honestly, I think the forms could be significantly better. So that's one of the things that I would love for him to bring up. Looking at the back, this is definitely one of his strong suits. So you see good development in the upper back. I'm going to say that's kind of like A- tier. And that's just because he has good deep thickness in the upper back. The lower back is just lacking a little bit. So that's going to bring it down a little bit more. But this is definitely his stronger body part. Then you look at the erectors and the lats, and this is where I can mark him down, because the lats, we just don't have a lot of thickness, especially because he has so much development in the abdominals. And without having really big lats and teres, it doesn't quite give him that shape for kind of that V tapery kind of look. And for the people who are really jacked, having kind of that cobra back kind of look. So for that reason, I'm going to give the lats B tier. Erectors, we just don't see a ton of thickness in the erectors. I think if he was to pull up the erectors with the lower back, it would make all of this centrally look a lot thicker. So we're going to call that C tier actually. And then if we look at the legs, they just don't have a ton of mass. We could call the quads B tier. It's one of those things where sure, you would love to just have more mass, kind of Dragon Ball, just I want to be a Super Saiyan style. But for the most part, you have to work with what you got. And for somebody like this, because he has the thick abdominals, I would want him to just get lean, make that his look, because that's how he's going to make the most of what he already has. And then if he can try to build more mass over time, sure, that's a great goal. But for the most part, we don't necessarily know how much that's realistically going to be.